So, the Republican candidates, Vice President George H. Vice President George H. Vice President George H.W. Bush. Senator Bob Dole, Senator Kansas Bob Dole, Representative Calvin from Virginia. Jack Kemper, representative from New York. Peter Pont, the former governor of Delaware. Alexander Haig, the former secretary of state from Pennsylvania. Ben Fernandez, the former special ambassador to Paraguay from California. And also, the guy was pretty good on their Instagram. So Paul Laxalt, the former U.S. Senator from Nevada. Donald Rumsfeld, former Secretary of Defense from Illinois. And Harold Sasson, the former governor of Minnesota. So this was and they held the presidential primaries. Dole won Iowa, Pat Robertson finished in second, and Bush finished in third, actually. But after he won New Hampshire, there was no second. He won 42 contests compared to Dole's 5, and Robertson won 4. It's impressive. Okay, so, yeah, and next up was, George W. Bush won the nomination, and he chose Dan Quayle, the U.S. Senator from Indiana, as his running mate. In his second speech, Bush made the famous pledge, "Read my lips. No. In his second speech, Bush made this famous line. Raise them as a last resort. Who later gone to break the pledge, but yeah, that's so anyway. Democratic Party had here are the candidates of the Democratic Party. Michael Dukakis. Michael Dukakis, former the governor of Massachusetts. And there's Jesse Jackson, the president of the Rainbow Coalition from South Carolina. Al Gore, the U.S. Senator from Tennessee. Paul Simon, the U.S. Senator from Illinois. Richard Gephardt, the Senator from Missouri. Senator from Colorado, former Senator Colorado Gary Hart. You had to put it wrong. And then there's Bruce Babbitt, the former governor of Arizona. Representative from Ohio, James Traficant. Representative from Colorado, Patricia Schroeder. And Joe Biden, the U.S. Senator from Delaware. If I looked at Biden, one of so the primaries won. Eventually, it was narrowed down to either Jesse Jackson or Michael Dukakis. If I looked at Jackson, would have been the first African American president. Dukakis, the first Greek American. A lot of people don't know that. So the primaries. So the party chose Michael Dukakis as for the nomination he won 30 contests. Jesse Jackson won 13. Gore won 7. Dick Gephardt won 3. Paul Simon 1. Which was some state one. So Michael Dukakis won. For his running mate, he chose Senator Lloyd Bentsen from Texas. It's in Texas. And I'll mention another part. The Libertarian Party, they nominated Representative Ron Paul for president and Andre Maru for vice president. So, yeah. In the general election, Bush, an unreasonable Massachusetts liberal, said it's an insult. He also said he was weak on. He also attacked Dukakis for being weak on crime. Except for the revolving. For the revolving in the ads, the revolving door and weekend passes, also known as revolving door. Weekend passes, also known as Willie Horton, portrayed him as soft as crime. Then the debate. Then when he was in that tank that stirred up a lot of controversy, Payne used it in an attack ad. Bush used it against Dukakis. Quayle's looks were pretty, but he said, "I can't believe that guy that handsome wouldn't have some impact." He wasn't a seasoned politician. Senator, in the vice presidential debate, said I have as much. Quayle said, "I have as much experience in the Congress as Jack Kennedy did when he sought the presidency." Bentsen said, "Senator, I served with Jack Kennedy. I knew Jack Kennedy. Jack Kennedy was a friend of mine. Senator, you're no Jack Kennedy." Quayle responded, That was really uncalled for, Senator." Bentsen responded, "You are the one that was making the comparison, Senator, and I'm the one who knew him well. And frankly, I think you are so far apart in the objectives you choose for your country that I did not think the comparison was well taken." And the presidential debate. Then there was if Kitty Dukakis was the debate manager said if Kitty Dukakis was raped and murdered. Asked Michael Dukakis, if Kitty was raped and murdered, would you favor an irrevocable death penalty for the killer? Michael Dukakis responded, "No, absolutely not." Pence as well as Bush won both the debates. And here's election time. There's a chance Bush, the winner of the presidency. Bush became president of the United States. He won 48 million. He won the popular vote 48 million to 41 million. Bentsen to Paul, which is 431,000. So, One faithful sector voted for Lloyd Benson for president and Michael DeCastro for vice president. And Leonardo Leo. We don't have any issues. So, George Bush won, becoming the next president of the United States.